All right, chat, so we're going to dive right into this Elon Musk thing, right? Dude's talking about a future with 10 billion humanoid robots by 2040. Like, picture it, 10 billion. That's more robots than people on Earth right now. This isn't some random tweet either. He's serious. Thinks it's going to happen. Says it's going to be huge. So, we got to unpack this. Figure out what he's thinking, what the tech looks like, and what it all means for us. This is some real sci-fi stuff turned in real life. 10 billion robots walking around doing stuff. It's wild, man. We're talking jobs, we're talking ethics, we're talking about the future, and Elon's right in the middle of it. Let's get into it. Okay, so Elon's been talking about this robot revolution for a while now, right? It's not just a passing comment here and there. He's been pretty serious about it. He's been laying out plans, making announcements, and even showing off prototypes. He's got this whole thing about sustainable energy, going to Mars, and changing the world. It's like he's got a checklist of futuristic goals, and he's ticking them off one by one. Robots are a big part of that plan. They're not just a side project. They're central to his vision of the future. He says these robots, they're going to be doing all sorts of stuff. Dangerous jobs, repetitive tasks, you name it. Imagine robots building skyscrapers, assembling cars, or even harvesting crops. He even thinks they'll be in our homes, helping us with daily chores. Picture a robot vacuuming your floors, cooking your meals, or even taking care of your garden. Like having a live-in butler, but it's a robot. The craziest part, these robots could be more efficient and reliable than human helpers. He's not just talking about making a few robots. He's envisioning a world where robots are as common as smartphones. He's talking about mass production on a scale we've never seen before. Factories churning out robots by the millions, maybe even billions. That's how we get to 10 billion. It's a mind-boggling number, but with the right infrastructure, it's not impossible. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hamlins, is this guy for real? Can we really trust that this vision will come to life? And yeah, maybe he's a little out there sometimes. His ideas can seem far-fetched, almost like science fiction. But the dude's also launched rockets into space and built some of the most advanced cars on the planet. He's turned what seemed impossible into reality before. So you can't just dismiss him, Maybe, just maybe, he's on to something big here. So, how does Elon plan on building 10 billion robots? It's a mind-boggling number, right? But if anyone can pull it off, it's probably Elon Musk. Well, this is where Tesla comes in. They're leveraging their expertise in manufacturing and technology to make this ambitious goal a reality. They're not just making electric cars anymore. Chat. The company is evolving, expanding its horizons beyond what anyone could have imagined a decade ago. They're getting seriously into robotics. This isn't just a side project. It's becoming a core part of their business strategy. Remember that Tesla bot they showed off? That was just a teaser, a glimpse into the future they're building. Yeah, that's just the beginning. The potential applications for these robots are almost limitless. Elon sees these bots as being even more important than their cars in the long run. Imagine a world where robots handle mundane tasks, freeing up humans for more creative endeavors. They're investing tons of money in AI, robotics, all that stuff. And then there's SpaceX. It's all part of a grand vision. Now you might be thinking, what do rockets have to do with robots? Well, it's all interconnected in Elon's master plan. Well, Elon's got this whole Mars colonization thing going on, right? He envisions a future where humanity is a multiplanetary species. And who's going to build the first Martian cities? Robots. That's who. These robots will be the pioneers laying the groundwork for human settlers. So SpaceX is developing the tech to get us to Mars, and it's no small feat. The challenges are immense, but so are the rewards. And Tesla's building the robots to make it livable. It's all connected, man. Every piece of technology is a step towards this incredible future. It's like a big, crazy, futuristic puzzle. Each innovation fits into the larger picture, creating a new world of possibilities. And Elon's the one putting all the pieces together. His vision is driving these groundbreaking advancements, shaping the future as we know it. All right, chat, let's get real for a second. 10 billion robots. That's wild, right? To get there, we're talking next level tech. Light years ahead of what we got now. First off, batteries. Elon's all about those electric cars, so you know he's thinking about how to power these robots 24/7. We're gonna need batteries that are crazy efficient, long lasting, and can handle a robot's every move. Next up, AI, we're talking brains, chat. These robots need to think for themselves, learn on the fly, and adapt to crazy situations. It's like teaching a toddler, but 1,000 times more complicated. And let's not forget about movement. These robots gotta move like us, maybe even better. We're talking agility, balance, and coordination that would make a ninja jealous. Parkour robots, anyone? Okay, so we got 10 billion robots roaming around. Imagine walking down the street and seeing robots everywhere, from delivering packages to cleaning the sidewalks. What's that going to do to society? First off, jobs. Robots are already taking over some roles in construction, manufacturing, and even service industries. Some people are freaking out about robots taking over. And yeah, some jobs might become obsolete, but it's not all doom and gloom. But think about it, robots doing dangerous or repetitive tasks means humans can focus on more creative and fulfilling work. Imagine a world where people are free to innovate and create without the burden of monotonous tasks. Plus, imagine robots as caregivers for the elderly or assistance for people with disabilities. They could provide constant support and companionship, making life easier and more enjoyable. They could improve quality of life for millions. Think about the peace of mind for families knowing their loved ones are well taken care of. But we got to make sure this tech is accessible to everyone, not just the rich and famous. It's crucial that all communities benefit from these advancements. And then there's the social aspect. How will our relationships change with robots in the mix? Will robots change how we interact with each other? Will they become our friends, or will they create a barrier between us? Will we be best buds with our robot companions, or will we become more isolated, glued to our screens? It's a question we need to consider as we move forward. It's a brave new world, chat. The future is here, and it's up to us to shape it. All right, let's talk money. 10 billion robots. That's going to shake up the global economy big time. On the one hand, businesses could save trillions on labor costs. Robots don't need vacations, sick days, or paychecks, right? This could lead to cheaper goods and services for everyone. But hold up. What about all those people who lost their jobs to robots? We got to figure out how to retrain them for the jobs of the future. And what about the wealth gap? Will the people who own these robot companies just get richer while everyone else struggles to keep up? We got to make sure the robot revolution benefits everyone, not just a select few. All right, chat, let's talk ethics. 10 billion robots, even if they're flipping burgers or whatever, brings up some serious questions. Like, can we trust these things? I mean, we've all seen the Terminator movies, right? I'm not saying Elon's building Skynet here, but safety has to be a top priority. We need some serious safeguards in place to make sure these robots don't go all rogue on us. And what about their rights, man? I know they're machines, but if they're as advanced as Elon's claiming, can we really just treat them like slaves? Do they deserve some level of autonomy? It's like a whole philosophical debate, dude. This is some next level stuff we got to figure out before we unleash a robot army on the world. Okay, so let's be real for a second. Building 10 billion robots, that's a wild goal, even for Elon. We're talking massive challenges here. First off, the tech itself is still under development. Tesla's making progress, but humanoid robots that can actually function in the real world, that's a whole other level of engineering. Plus, where are we going to get the resources for all these robots? We're already facing shortages of lithium and other key materials. Multiply that by 1 billion. And we're talking about a potential resource war, dude. And let's not forget about the cost. Building even one humanoid robot is crazy expensive. Building billions, that's going to take some serious cash, even for a guy like Elon. So, Elon's out here dropping bombshells about robot armies, and you know, the rest of the world's paying attention. Countries like China and Japan, they're already heavy hitters in the robotics game. They're not going to just sit back and let Tesla take the lead. We could be looking at a whole new kind of arms race here. But instead of nukes, it's robots. And it's not just governments either. Tech giants like Google and Amazon, they're investing heavily in AI and robotics. This could be a massive shakeup for the global economy. Who controls the robots controls the future, right? It's like a real-life cyberpunk thriller unfolding before our eyes. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. All right, chat. So Elon's talking 10 billion robots by 2040. That's like wild, right? But how does he plan to get there? What are the steps? First things first, we got to see more development with Optimus. That's their humanoid robot prototype. Getting that thing walking, talking, doing dishes. That's got to be step one. Next up, production. They got to figure out how to mass produce these things. And I mean massive production. We're talking billions, dude. That's going to take some serious engineering and factories the size of small countries. And then the big one, integration. getting these robots into our world, our homes, our workplaces. That means figuring out safety protocols, regulations, all that stuff. It's a long road, but hey, maybe by 2040 we'll all have robot butlers. Who knows? Chat. So there you have it, chat. Elon's out here predicting a future where robots outnumber humans. Crazy, right? Whether you think it's going to be awesome or terrifying, one thing's for sure. The future is going to be wild. We're talking massive changes to society, the economy, everything. The next few decades are going to be crucial. We'll see how the technology develops, how governments react, and ultimately how we as a society choose to use this technology. It's a lot to take in, I know, but hey, that's the future for you. Always changing, always unpredictable. Only time will tell what's going to happen, chat. Only time will tell. Alright, chat. That's it for this video. Make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing content.